I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Flagler County issues its first rabies alert in more than a decade. Gretchen Smith with the Flagler Health Department says the alert is for Bunnell and the Corona community after an incident near Old Cemetery Road.
A raccoon had bit a dog, and on Monday, the raccoon was killed afterwards, and they sent for testing. Testing came back positive for rabies.
Smith says fortunately the dog's owner made sure their pet was up to date with their rabies vaccinations.
So our rabies expert, Dr. Stanek in Tallahassee, advised us that the owner should take the dog for a booster, and then the dog will be in quarantine for 45 days. But the good news is the 45 days are at home. So apparently the dog's doing well.
Smith says the last time the health department issued a rabies alert was almost 11 years ago to the day. The alert lasts for 60 days. For the first time, visitors to Palm Coast City Hall will encounter an armed security guard at the main entryway and signs warning that weapons are banned. Karen Johnson reports.
Apparently, council meetings have been full of tense moments between the city staff and members of the public who refuse to abide by City Hall's mask rule and other situations that have escalated. So Palm Coast City Manager Matt Morton is taking action to ensure safety in City Hall.
We've had a few incidents in City Hall that seem to have been escalating over the last year. I would call them confrontations. Traditionally, we've asked staff to de-escalate those confrontations, and they've gotten to a point where it's inappropriate, and I made the decision that it was necessary for our employee and our resident safety to have a resource available on site during business hours for any situation that may occur.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies that attend council meetings are helpful, he says, but they're not always around. The Giddens Guard will supplement, not replace the deputies. Giddens is on a 90-day trial period, but Morton anticipates keeping them around. Morton says the city is also looking at adding extra cameras, additional routing of citizens through the facility to certain areas, and securing other areas, and is even expecting to add some sort of metal detector in the future, too. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Tourism has a huge impact on Flagler County's economy, even amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Julie Murphy, Public Information Officer for the county, tells WNZF more about the Downs and St. Germain tourism study.
It was $454.6 million in 2020, and that includes being in the middle of a global pandemic with lots of restrictions.
She says that data will help tourism officials make decisions in the future. She also highlighted other nuggets in the study.
It supported $149.9 million in wages and salaries. Hotel stays and vacation rentals generated $2.38 million in tourist development tax. Visitors spent $309.3 million on accommodations, restaurants, groceries, attractions, entertainment, shopping. Tourism directly supported 5,814 jobs in Flagler County, which means that every 99 visitors support one job here.
She adds, every household in Flagler County saves $750 on their taxes due to tourism. 2 suspected porch pirates are arrested in Flagler County. John Arking has the story.
On Tuesday, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office responded to 2 residences, one on Kalamazoo Trail and then later on Cashmere Trail, where the homeowner showed deputies video captured on their doorbell cameras, showing the same female suspect approach and steal packages from the porch. Deputies were able to identify a gold Cadillac in the second video, and with that description, a detective pulled over a vehicle matching that description on U.S. Highway 1. After questioning the pair, identified as 26-year-old Kimberly Dowdy and 24-year-old Michael Pavlov, Dowdy admitted to stealing the packages and was taken into custody. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
These 2 individuals were touring around Flagler County residential areas, and when they would see a package sitting at a front door, they would steal it. Fortunately, with the use of Ring cameras, video footage that had been provided, we were able to have video of the actual thief and the vehicle they were using. Deputy Malta of our PACE unit spotted the vehicle and pulled them over, and ultimately they are arrested for burglary, possession of methamphetamine, and we also recovered packages that have been stolen in other jurisdictions, such as Volusia County. So charges are pending. Those agencies working the case.
Dowdy's being held at a $19,000 bond, while Pavlov is held on a $16,000 bond. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
Child sexual abuse material is not just a crime in the U.S., but around the world.
That's what Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says. In fact, he said that one of the FBI agents who was gunned down in Florida last week worked a huge CSAM case.
David Alfin's son, Daniel, who was a murdered special agent just this week in South Florida, one of the biggest cases that he worked resulted in 900 arrests around the world.
Staley said that like Mexican and Colombian drug cartels, there are child sexual abuse materials cartels, and people who run them make lots of money.
That's why we started our cyber crimes ICAC, and ICAC stands for Internet Crimes Against Children unit, and because we knew from intelligence information that we received from other agencies that we had offenders in Flagler County.
Sheriff Staley said that the incident in Broward County last week in which 2 special agents were killed highlights how deadly CSAM crimes can be. To listen to more of what Sheriff Staley and Detective Lashbrook have to say about child sexual abuse materials crimes, download the Flagler Radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, a child selling child sexual abuse material online, and why does somebody commit that crime? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's morning news. I'm Amy Cherry.